Janet, I know you heard this from my brother. I'm going back to my parents' house next week. Yes, I heard. I'm glad. But Susan, why did you decide to move back to your parents' house? You've been living alone for quite a long time now, right? Yes, I lived alone for a while after I got a job. But after that, I lived at my boyfriend's house. But he was cheating on me. Even though we were talking about getting married, he cried and asked me to forgive him, but I just couldn't do it. We broke up. I see. I'm sorry I reminded you of something you didn't want to be reminded of. That's totally fine. I've gotten over it. And I dumped him. I moved out of his place, so I had to find a place to live. He was paying for everything, and I could spend money on things that I wanted. So it seems stupid to pay rent every month for me. I thought I should live at home. You two are already living there, so now I'm interrupting you. I'm so sorry. No, it's your parents' house. Don't worry about me. Please come home without hesitation. Besides, I've always been jealous of my friends who have female siblings. I'm looking forward to living with you. Really? Then I'm glad. Well, I'm afraid that if I live at their house, I won't have many chances to date men. That's my only concern. Don't worry. My husband told me you have always been really popular. You're beautiful, friendly, and vibrant. Hey, flattery will get you nowhere. I'm just saying what I think. You're right. I'm popular. Your parents' house is quite far from where you live, right? What are you going to do about your job? Are you commuting for your parents' house? No, I don't think so. My company is a big one, and we encourage people to work from home. So since I'm going to be living at home, I asked my boss to let me work from home. Then he talked to HR about it. I can only go to work once a month. I'm so glad that they like me. They value you, don't they? Well, I wanted to keep working after I had the baby. I got my certification while I was young, and I've been working hard all my life. I admire you. By the way, Janet, have you had kids yet? I'd like to have one, but not yet. Besides, I live with my in-laws, so it's not easy. Huh? Are you blaming them? There are plenty of ways, like going on regular trips. Well, that's true, but I broke up with my boyfriend, so it takes time. I just want you to have kids to make my parents happy. Susan, I feel the same way. But this is a gift from heaven, so it's not easy. If you're too relaxed about it, you'll be too old before you know it. Well, if you have a baby, the house becomes smaller and I might get kicked out. So, you may not want to have kids. Susan, may I be excused now, as I need to take a bath? I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Janet, where are you? I just woke up, but no one is home. I tried to call you, but you didn't answer. Maybe you're out on a trip without me? Good morning, Susan. No way. I wouldn't go on a trip leaving just you behind. My parents-in-law are celebrating their wedding anniversary today, so we bought them lunch. They were very happy and said, since it's our anniversary, let's go on a date. So they left. Oh, that's right. It is my parents' wedding anniversary. What? I'm jealous of that lunch. I should have tagged along. No, it's their wedding anniversary. Let's give them some privacy. I'm sure they would be happier if I were there. But I drank too much last night and couldn't get up. What about you and my brother? We both have work today. Oh, really? No rest for the poor? It's so sad that you have to work on your day off. I mean, your job is writing novels, right? You always work at home, but you're working outside today? Yes, I can basically work from home, but sometimes I have meetings. The person I'm working with says he can't come during the week, so I scheduled on Saturday to accommodate him. Are you just trying to be cool? What do you mean? I mean, who writes novels nowadays? Books don't sell these days. There's no way you can make a living just by writing novels. You probably don't even make half of what I earn. And you're trying to be cool by calling yourself a novelist? I'm not trying to be cool. Besides, I don't know how much you make, but I don't think it's less than half. You don't want to admit it, do you? You're younger than me, but you're old enough to know better. You should stop dreaming and face the reality, okay? You live at my parents' home and you don't have to pay rent. You just want my parents and my brother to support you, right? No, you have me all wrong. You can fool my parents and brother, but you can't fool me. I have to protect my parents from you. Protect from me? Yes, you're not good for anything. You just won't leave. You were so nice to me before. What happened? This is the real me. I put on a facade. If you can't be useful, give them a grandchild. I can't believe you can't even do that. You're in my way. You'd better think about what to do with yourself. Oh no. Janet, there's a lot of expensive-looking stuff in your room. Huh? You entered my room without telling me? This is my parents' house, so it doesn't matter. Yes, it's your parents' house, but please don't go into my room without telling me. It's an invasion of privacy. You're overreacting. I didn't intend to look at it that closely, but I was curious, so I peeked. Why are there so many accessories and clothes? I like fashion. Not everything is expensive. If they are reasonable, I'll buy them. But my brother financially supports you. Don't you think you buy too much? What? You make very little money by writing novels, and yet you think you earn enough? You don't know how much money I make. Could you please stop talking nonsense? I don't have to ask you that. Janet, since you don't seem to notice, I'll tell you. About what? You say you like fashion, but my brother is not interested in you at all. I don't dress to impress him. I'm not talking about your fashion. I'm talking about him not being interested in you. Did he tell you that? Yup. He says you're boring to be with, and you can't have children, and you are depending on him. It's no wonder he'll dump you. Dump me? Yes. Did you think he loves you? You've got it all wrong. I want you to leave, and I'm sure my parents do so too. Get out of here. Don't ever show up. Are you really okay saying that? I don't know what's going to happen to you. What are you talking about? That's my line. Okay, if you insist, I'll leave. I'll pack up my stuff and leave today. Oh my God, that makes everything much easier. Bye. I didn't think you'd actually leave. You told me to leave. But what are you going to do? You don't make any money and you don't have a house. Are you becoming homeless? I really feel sorry for you. You're divorcing my brother, aren't you? You seem very happy. Of course I'm happy, because not only can I cut you off, but also can get rid of a fifth wheel. I can't help but be happy. Susan, you hate me that much. I was so happy when I found out I could live with you. I feel like an idiot for being happy then. Don't worry, I'm divorcing my husband. We talked about it yesterday and my husband said that he has no problem with it. I've had the divorce papers filled out, and I'm going to go file them today. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I have been taking care of my parents-in-law for a long time. From now on, you should take care of them. Huh? My parents are still in good health. Don't talk about my parents as if they were old people who need care. That's really rude. I'm not just talking about their health. I'm talking about money. I'll tell you what you don't know. I pay the mortgage and all living expenses of the house. But the house is in your father's name. I just transferred the money to his account every month. You're lying. If you're going to lie, can't you tell a better lie? It's not a lie. Why don't you ask your father to show you his bank statements? Is it true? But that doesn't make sense. You don't make that much money. And what about my brother's salary? You seem to be assuming that my salary is low. I make about 5 times the average annual salary for someone my age. What? That much? Thankfully, I have a reputation in this industry. I'm writing a book under my maiden name, so I'm sure it will come up if you do an internet search. That's right! You've been featured in many articles on the internet. And my husband spends his entire salary on himself. What? What does he spend? He doesn't know much about stocks and investments, but he's putting all his money into it. He's losing money all the time, but he never learns. He also gambles to make up for his losses, so his money is dwindling even more. I was earning money, so he was able to make ends meet. I have asked him to stop many times, but he never listens to me. To be honest, divorce has been on my mind for a long time. I was able to make up my mind because of you. Thank you so much. Don't tell me to support my parents and brother. There's no way I can earn that much money. Then I think the only thing you can do is convince your brother and the two of you should help each other. I couldn't do it, but good luck with that. Oh no, I didn't know anything. Hey Janet, can you come back now? I don't want to. It was you who told me to leave, wasn't it? I don't want to go back, ever. I can finally spend money on my own, and I have the freedom to do what I want. They're your parents, you know. They've spoiled you for so long. It's your turn to take care of them. Now, if you'll excuse me. Janet, please. Call me or drop me a line. Please answer me. Hi, Susan. It's been a while. Your brother and I are divorced, so I didn't expect to hear from you, Susan. How are you doing? I tried to call you many times. I just checked my incoming call history. I left my phone in the other room and didn't realize it. There must be more than 100 incoming calls. I'm scared. Please stop calling. What on earth is going on? I know I can't ask you to do this, but... What is it? I need to borrow some money. Huh? Actually, although I managed last month, but I've been draining my savings, and I can't pay this month's mortgage. I knew it. You didn't talk to your brother. Why didn't you ask him for help? Of course I did. But he said he owes $30,000. What? Debt? That can't be. After you divorced, he thought there was no one to stop him. He says that he invested as much as he wanted, lost a lot of money, and before he knows it, he was in debt. I was watching him closely. He couldn't control himself, huh? My parents said, "Why did you kick Janet out? She was really good to us. She paid our bills and did all the housework. She was really helping us. Now we want you to take responsibility and support us from now on. Isn't that terrible?" I see. Do you really think I'll lend money to you after hearing that? Please, I don't have anyone else I can rely on. You think you can depend on me? That's a big mistake. That's why before I left there, I said, "Are you sure about that? I don't know what will happen to you." I warned you. It's your own fault for not listening to me. Asking me to help you now is too selfish. Oh no! I was working as hard as I can, but I can't make as much money as you. Even though I work from home, they keep a log of what I do online. I have a lot of work, and I'm really exhausted after work. I can't even do the housework as efficiently as you do. So what? You don't think that if you flatter me like that, I'll come back, do you? Aren't you lonely? I will never make fun of you. I'll even put in half the money, and I'll do half the housework. I hope you'll come back to this house. Susan, I've found someone I'm going to marry. What? You just divorced my brother 2 months ago. Don't tell me you were having an affair. No, I would never do such a thing. I ran into my longtime boyfriend from high school. We didn't break up because we didn't like each other. We were in a long-distance relationship after high school, and we talked about how we wanted to prioritize what we both wanted to do. We decided to break up. He told me that he had always loved me. I told him everything that had happened since I got married. He still wanted to be with me. I was so happy to know there is someone out there who needs me. And now I'm carrying his child. You can't just decide on such a spur of the moment. You will regret it. I don't know what the future holds, but he really cares about me, and I am happy now. I've only been divorced for 2 months, so I can't marry for another 4 months. I'm going to register after that. I can't believe that you've already found your happy life. Susan, you made it sound like I was a woman who couldn't even have children. I was able to conceive right away, so maybe the problem was your brother. So I am occupied with my own future that I can't afford to help you guys, and I have no intention to do so. Please help each other as a family and live your lives. I'm going to block you now. Huh? Janet, wait! Then lend me some money. Janet! Susan thought that she was the only one who could protect her family. After her day job, she continued to work part-time. But in the end, she couldn't pay the mortgage. So she put the house on the market. I heard rumors that Susan collapsed due to overwork, to the point where they lost their breadwinner. I don't know what my ex-husband's family are doing since then. I am grateful to Susan. Not only was I able to divorce my ex-husband, but I could get back to my ex-boyfriend who is kind and thoughtful. I even have a child. I hope to live a happy life with my precious family this time.
Hi, Frederick. I'll be going on a trip from today.
What? A trip? That's pretty sudden. Who are you going with?
Friends! You don't know them, so there's no point giving you their names. One of the people who's supposed to go suddenly felt ill, so I was suddenly called to come instead of her. I was pretty surprised. I'll be back next week Sunday. We're going to Florida.
Oh, okay.
What?
What do you mean, what?
Nothing. I just thought your reaction was a bit dark.
Huh? You already told me what I was going to ask, so there was nothing really for me to say.
Oh? That's why?
Sorry. I've got some work left to do, so can we end the conversation?
Oh, overtime? But the company isn't that busy right now, right? That's unusual.
We had to delay our meeting since some customers came. I'm sorry I won't be able to see you off, but take care.
Okay, bye.
I just got a text from my wife saying she's going to go on a trip from today.
Oh, hey, Frederick, this is perfect timing. I just got a report from the detective. It seems Janice got into Wilford's car carrying a suitcase. Should we, continue the investigation?
Of course. She's probably going to disappear for a while, so we can't lose her here. I don't care if I have to pay extra. Continue the investigation.
Got it.
I'll send you a screenshot of the conversation we had earlier. It's likely she's not actually going to Florida, but just in case.
Alright, thanks.
I'll leave it to you then.
Alright, I'm pretty far away from home already, so it's time I tell you what's going on. You see, there's another guy, Frederick. We kind of fell in love. I'm gonna marry him, okay? I was only buying time when I said that I would be going on a trip and got into that car. I'll let you get off with $200,000 of alimony, so don't bother her happiness, okay?
Hi, Charlie. Sorry for texting you at this hour. I just got more messages from Janice, so I'll send you a screenshot.
Oh, she sent you this just 10 minutes ago?
She probably thought I was already sleeping. No way she expected me to get this information to a detective right after.
True.
Alright, I'll leave it to you. Sorry for bothering you at such an hour.
No problem. See you later.
You haven't been replying to my text. Are you even reading these? It says the messages are unread. I need you to reply concerning me and Wilford's marriage. Of course, we're gonna get divorced no matter what you say, though. If you understand, hurry up and reply.
Charlie, you met with the spy and are investigating Janice, right? What is she doing?
Yep, seems they've rented a weekly apartment at the city. They went shopping during the day of commodities. The two of them are now in the apartment together.
Got it. Thanks. I'm counting on you.
Frederick, I want to hurry up and get divorced. I can't do that if you don't reply to my text. You have to pay me an alimony, so I can't just submit the divorce papers on my own. Frederick, it says these messages are read, so I'm going to assume you understand.
I'll send you today's text, Charlie.
Thanks. There's no big difference here. But it looks like they've greeted their neighbors saying that they're a newly married couple.
A newly married couple. I see. That reminds me. Have you been able to come in contact with Wilford?
I'm trying to find the right timing. It seems he found a job here, so I'll try and grab him while he's on his way home from work.
Got it. I'm counting on you.
Frederick, you idiot! I want you to pay me $200,000 in alimony, so reply. You're not ignoring me because you don't want to pay, are you? Just be a man and pay me. Were you that cowardly?
Hi, Frederick, about Janice's text earlier, but...
What's up?
Does Janice think that she's the one that's going to be paid in alimony?
Yep. Looks like it. I was just thinking that now.
What's this about $200,000?
She's probably got mixed up with property division.
So she's talking about the inheritance you got from your father, who died last year.
Probably, but it's not subject to property division in case of divorce.
Exactly. It's like Wilford got out of the building. I'm going to talk to him. See you later.
You must be coming home from work like you said. I'm counting on you.
Frederick, the reason why you're not replying is because you don't want to get divorced, right? If so, I'll give you a chance. Play a game with me. The game is, find where I am or pay me $200,000 in alimony. If you can find me, then you don't have to pay me and we can stay married. The game starts now. You there, Frederick? When are you going to reply to my text? Fine, I'll give you a hint. I told you I'd be going to Florida when I left, right? That was a lie. I went in the opposite direction. Okay, this is my hint. So hurry up and find me. Hi, Frederick. Where are you looking for me? I'll give you another hint. I'm in the largest city in B State. I'm staying at a weekly apartment there. This was a huge hint, right? If you still can't find me, it means you don't love me enough. If you don't want to get divorced and pay $200,000, then you better hurry up and find me. Frederick! Frederick! Stop messing around. I already gave you so many hints. Why haven't you found me yet? If you were actually looking, you would have found me by now.
Hi. It's been 1 week, right?
Frederick, what's with the tone? And why you've been ignoring me?
I only replied because there's something I need to tell you.
Where are you?
At home. Why?
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. You're not looking for me?
I'm not. And?
What? Then pay me $200,000. After that, we're getting divorced. Jesus, you could have found me so easily if you tried. But now you have to pay $200,000 on top of losing your wife. You're so pathetic that I can't even pity you. It's just funny, honestly.
We will get divorced.
Huh?
I was planning on it from the start.
Oh, really? Then I'll tell you the bank account to deposit the $200,000 in.
What are you talking about? You're the one who's going to be paying me.
What?
I'll explain it to you, since I kinda understand what kind of misunderstanding you're having from your text until now.
What is it?
Firstly, the person who cheated on their partner is the one who pays. It doesn't matter whether you're a woman or not.
What?
Secondly, this $200,000 you're talking about is probably the money I got from my father who died, but...
Yes? And? I heard that I would get half of it when we get divorced.
In the first place, you probably have alimonies and property divisions mixed up, but inheritances aren't as such at the property division.
Huh?
It means that you're not going to get a single cent from it by law.
What? But that means that I won't get any money from you, and I actually have to pay you?
Yep.
Wait, hold on. I'll talk to my new boyfriend first.
You mean Wilford?
What? You knew?
Sorry, but I noticed something was up quite a while ago and asked a detective acquaintance of mine to do some investigation.
A detective? So that means you know.
The detective followed you and Wilford, so I knew where you two were from the start.
What?
The detective approached Wilford a few days ago and told him you were actually married.
He told him?
You said something like, "My parents are abusing me, help me escape," and made him quit his job, right?
But I wanted to marry him.
The detective also told him your parents are dead.
That too? Wait. Is that why he just suddenly disappeared without saying a word?
He left as soon as he found out the truth about you. Wilford's a man of integrity. I told him he didn't need to pay me any money since he was just getting fooled by you, but he still came to my place yesterday and gave me what he said was all of his money as an apology, saying that was his punishment. I accepted half of it to make him feel better.
No way. He did that?
Oh? Looks like he's here.
Who?
The lawyer I hired. your uncle.
What? Why my uncle?
I heard that he and his wife were the ones who raised you after you lost your parents, so I thought I would ask them for help.
I don't like him. He's too strict.
I'm glad he's strict.
What?
Now it's time for you to get scolded by your uncle and listen to a lawyer's explanation at the same time. Don't forget to pay my alimony, okay?
No! Why? This wasn't supposed to happen.
Right after our conversation, Janice's uncle and his wife arrived at her weekly apartment she was staying at. The front door wasn't locked, so they were able to get in quite easily. Since the neighbors were nearby, Janice's uncle couldn't shout too loudly, but apparently Janice went white when he told her the amount she would have to pay me. She paid the alimony and we got divorced after that. But apparently, she next had to pay Wilford in alimony. Apparently, it was for lying to him about not being married, and for him losing his job because of her. Janice didn't have the money anymore, and was forced to take on a debt. She now works day and night under the supervision of her uncle.